What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my Pokemon Red walkthrough part 46. In the last episode we got around halfway through Victory Road and we are going on to complete the rest of Victory Road and get to the Elite Four by the end of this episode. Last time we did a few of the little boulder puzzles and actually went through about halfway the cave. Okay, so here's Moltres here. I'm not going to catch it at the moment. It's fairly easy to get to. It's no real challenge to get to, but it can be a little bit tricky to catch because the balls can actually miss it. Anyway, as I said, I'm going to do the legendary birds after game when I finish the Elite Four, and I'll get on to what's happening here. Okay, so this trainer here's got a Charmeleon. I'm just trying to desperately raise up my Dragonair now because he's still quite a few, he's many levels off evolving yet, so I need to verse as many trainers as I possibly can. If I have to do any off-screen training, I'll probably do that before I verse the Elite Four. It won't be very much, so I'm not going to make them overpowered. I'll probably just get it closer, a few levels close to evolving or something like that. But that's really the only off-screen training I'll do for that one Pokemon. I'm quite happy with my levels of my other Pokemon, to be honest. Anyway, so out comes a Lapras. Lapras is a pretty sick Pokemon actually. Quite like Lapras. I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt there. Lapras has a very good special as well, and it's quite tanky at the same time. So definitely don't underestimate that. And Lorelei, the first Elite Four, actually has one as well. It's pretty strong as well. It carries Blizzard and stuff like that. Anyway, so my Dragonair gets to level 47, which is really good. And the last Pokemon he's got is Lickitung. So Lickitung is a normal type Pokemon, and it's kind of bulky actually. So it doesn't always go down in one shot, especially to this kind of attack. But I did get the lucky crit on there because I'm Electrode, and Lickitung does actually go down to there, and I get another level 1 on my balls as well, which is awesome. Okay, so I defeat the Pokemaniac, and I get a little bit of money there as well. Right, so if you want to get out of, if you want to just, I don't know, if you're doing this after game or something like that, or you're getting Moltres and you want to go back for some reason, I'm not sure where you would want to go back, but anyway, you can actually push this boulder out the way here, and you can go down as well, and it actually slowly takes you back to the start, so it's a little bit of a shortcut, but you can't actually get in this way from coming in the entrance. So it's purely designed basically, so if you want to get the Moltres then bugger off, you can basically do that. So anyway, okay, so I've got to do that a little bit again. That's cool. So I'm just gonna ride along here now. Let's get back to that a little bit. Oh, okay. There's a little square that's back there. So as I said before, if you go through the ladder, I just thought I'd show you that. If you go through the ladder, the little square will actually come back, and the boulder won't be on the little like circle thingy anymore. Let me just see right here. There's nothing else there. Okay, so let's get through this ladder and get to the next part. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly push this other boulder back there in a second. No, Geodude, I don't want to see you. Okay. Actually, I was quite surprised the low level of the Pokemon in this route compared to like Pokemon Yellow, because I'm quite a Pokemon Yellow player, and it was just incredibly low. I was like, wow, that is really low. So yeah, there was like level 20s appearing. You'd like never ever see that in Yellow. Most of them are like 40 and stuff like that. There was even some 50s. I even found level 50s in here. So I've seen 50 Golbats before, 48 Machokes, stuff like that. It's quite high. But anyway, so I want to go to this next bit here. So by pushing that boulder onto there, that gets rid of the little square behind this lady. I'll just battle her first, then we can move on. Okay, so this is another cool trainer. She's got 3 Pokemon, so she starts off with a Parasect. Parasect is a pretty decent grass Pokemon in this game. Probably one of the only Pokemon to have access to Spore as well. But I'm going to go for a Fire Blast, and that's going to take it out in one blow there, so that's really sweet for me. Okay, so next Pokemon is Dugong. There's not a lot I can do to Dugong, but I just want to see how much my slam attack will actually do to it. Just to see, because Lorelei does have slam itself, but I accidentally misclick there and go for fire blast, but accidentally. It still does lots of damage anyway, but it's all cool. Aurora Beam is going to take me down, because that's where well, it's going to take me down a lot because I'm very, very weak to it. Thankfully it didn't have Ice Beam, because that definitely would have KO'd me. Anyway, so I go into my balls because my balls are strong against Dugong, and that's based. Oh, but this will basically be good training for him as well, because he needs to beat the other Dugong and most of the other team. So I'm going to go for Thunderbolt, as I said, and that's going to take the Dugong out in one shot, which is sweet. The last Pokemon this call trainer has is a Chansey. Chansey is one of the most overpowered Pokemon in Gen 1, just practically because its health and its special is absolutely incredibly high. But so the only thing you can really do against it is hit it hard with a physical attack, such as Slam. So I go for the Slam there and I get a critical hit, so I was very lucky there, getting a Chansey down. Okay, I defeat the Cool Trainer there, so that's awesome. I get a lot of Pokemon money there as well. Okay, so moving on. So you got to, the square would be about there, so you get into this little room now. There'll be 2 trainers here, and these are basically the last 2 trainers you have to face before you can get out of Victory Road, and then we can have a go at versing the Elite Four in the next episode. Right, so another guy, the Whip. He's got a Kingler. So I do like Kingler's sprite actually. It looks really, it kind of looks intimidating, I guess, with its massive claws. I don't have any electric moves, and I don't know. I'll just go for the Slam, see how much that does. So it does alright. So Stomp is probably going to take me out, because Kingler has quite a decent physical attack. Also, I got critical hitted there, so it was not going to survive that. Okay, so I go into my balls again. Very, very handy Pokemon. It's just so many Pokemon that are weak against Electrode in this game. It's not funny. It's such a handy Pokemon to have. Okay, so he KOs the Kingler, and out comes the Tentacruel. You can just see. I like how it's kind of got this little, tentacles folded. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go for the Max Revive on my Dragonair, because I reckon I can get probably another level out of him. May as well. So Tentacruel goes for the Constrict. That's not going to do much at all, because it's a very low base power attack. It does however lower my speed, but Tentacruel has just a very below satisfactory physical anyway, so it's not going to do much. Fortunately for me, I get a critical hit on him. His last Pokemon now is a Blastoise, so we'll see how my Electro fares against that. So I go for the Thunderbolt on Blastoise. I'm hoping it should get close to killing it, which it does. It gets very, very close. So Blastoise goes for the withdrawal for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I'm just going to finish it off with trusty old Swift, and that's going to take it out with a crit. So awesome. My balls get level 44 as well, so another level there. I'm trying to actually raise this up, because it's going to be, as I said, it's going to be very handy against the first Elite Four player, and probably against a couple of the other Pokemon down the track as well. Anyway, so we'll head on to this another cool trainer here. She's got 3 Pokemon as well. So these 2 Pokemon, these 2 trainers have got quite decent Pokemon. So this cool trainer has 1 each of the evolutions for Bellsprout, Weepinbell, and Victreebel. Victreebel's quite a decent Pokemon in Gen 1 as well, having access to Sword Dance and Razor Leaf and those kind of very, very powerful moves in this gen. And of course you can teach it Hyper Beam as well. Alright, so I don't actually get rid of Weepinbell because its special is decent in this gen. But 2 Ice Beams will actually finish the Weepinbell off, which is fine. Okay, so the last Pokemon this lady has, I get level 48 as well, which is great. The last Pokemon this cool lady has is the Victreebel. Victreebel's the final form, obviously, and 2 Ice Beams should be enough to take it out. So if you got a Fire or Ice Pokemon, this would be good against this trainer. I luckily get the Freeze Hacks there, so Freeze Hacks is fine. But I don't have any Ice Beams left, but Slam is just enough to take it out, which is great. So I beat the female cool trainer. She's furious apparently. I'd be furious too if I got my Pokemon frozen into a block of ice. That'd be really annoying. Anyway, so just you can push that boulder out there. If you need to go back here for any odd strange reason, you can do that as well. there's no real point going there again. Anyway, so go this little way, push this boulder down the hole. This will drop that boulder into the middle of the room. And now you can see that that square's still there. Now you can actually push this boulder all the way back to the corner, and that little square there will actually disappear, because that actually is the way out. So I'm just going to push this boulder all the way back there now. Pushing. So just getting that boulder to the hole. That didn't say. Just not even going to say that. Don't worry, I didn't say anything. Anyway, just getting pushing that boulder onto the platform. Yes, onto the platform. So we'll just go through the ladder this time. We'll pop out of here, and that's basically all there is to Victory Road. It was a great fun times, but I'm finally out of here. Okay, so now you get into this like little bit here, so you just have to basically walk straight up this bit. Oh my god, what's going on here? Let's go straight up. Oh shit, navigating through these statues is harder than the freaking Victory Road. What the hell? So I have to go to the other side. This is just so hard. I can't believe I'm messing this up. Okay, so walk up the right side, don't do what I did, and you get to the actual Indigo Plateau bit. So you now can fly here with your Pokemon, so I can now use ducks to fly back here. I don't have to go through a Victory Road. But that's all I wanted to do in this episode. Next episode we will take on the whole Elite Four on our first attempt. No regos, I'm going to go for it on one go. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and yeah, peace out.